Welcome replay viewers, my name is Michael Out and I'm here in the quadrangle of Sydney University, and this is on Gadigal country, so I pay my respects to their elders past, present and those emerging. And welcome back to those people who were on the last broadcast and got a phone call. Always the way. Anyway, I put do not disturb on, so no more interruptions. G'day Yudia. Welcome back. Yeah, look, someone's getting their photos taken. Got the gown on. Getting their photos taken in their gown. G'day Rabba. And just as a little tease, I did see some corellas feeding down in the park. I don't know if they'll still be there when we go back, but... G'day Lauren. A lot of people, went to... Because they just like the building, yeah. Yeah, it's quite an iconic quadrangle, this building and this quadrangle. It's quite a famous image of this university, I guess. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like some Harry Potter shit, yeah. Thanks for inviting and sharing. You want to fly your drone here? Yeah. I don't know if you can fly drones here. Maybe. Not sure. Any who's'll be. I'm going to go for a walk down to the park now. Fly the river around. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm going to brave the weather. Any who's'll be. I'm a bit overexposed. What happened to my face? Bit of rain. The school's website is bad. Here comes the rain, there we go. Get ready for the screen to stuff up again. And my microphone to go bad. Oh well. I tried. A broomstick, yeah, there it is. A broomstick drone. I kept looking at the radar, seeing when this rain was going to stop, and it sort of kept being patchy on and off. And I thought I'd have a crack, but yeah. Anyway. So there you go, that's what it looks like out here. Yep, right in town, exactly. I'm going to get some protection under the trees here. Oh, regal, yes. It's all very la-di-da. 19th century Gothic, etc., etc., etc. Oh, this area wouldn't be popular with Steffi G machine. Bow. No durries allowed. It's terrible. Well, I'd say it's probably the same in all public facilities, isn't it? Yeah. The nursing school is in Susan Wakel's building. It's quite modern, hospital-like. Look, yeah. Well, yeah. No, the medical is pretty. I mean, USYD is where you go for medical, right? Yeah, there are nurse, but I'm not going to do a full exploration of the university campus today. Oh, there's the Corellas. Can you hear them? They're all flying around now. They were on the grass earlier. Now they're flocking around. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you want to study medicine here, you go to USYD. It's like the go-to joint. It's one of the la-di-da universities. No, they're not distressed. They're just flying around. They were down there in the park on the grass earlier, but looks like they've taken to the skies and now they're having a chat. Your ATAR wasn't good enough. Well, fucking hell, I would have been screwed. I mean, to be fair, nothing I did from my HSC would have been good enough for any university anywhere. Which is why I went straight to TAFE. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Well, this is what I'm finding out after a while. It is a little bit, I guess, but you know, I guess it's like everyone goes on about the social life and all, and the rites of passage going to uni, but whatever. When have I ever been a conformist? Yeah, no, fair enough. I think that's probably true for a lot of people. You wish you went to TAFE, yeah. Well, considering what you do, I assume that there probably would have been a lot of good stuff at TAFE for that sort of thing, right? What you end up doing now. It's way overrated, yeah. G'day, Elena. Yeah, so, well, this is off campus now, Immerse Nurse. We're walking down into Victoria Park. So the campus is back up that way. And so we've walked down here. Well, there you go, Rabba. Maybe with a bit of life experience behind you, it was a bit more beneficial. Maybe the Corellas just don't like the rain. Well, there's a pelican in the lake. There's this little makeshift shrine here. I'm not quite sure who it's for though. I couldn't work it out. Yeah, bloody Corellas. Yeah, bloody galahs. No, I'm a Corella. So they've got all the candles around here and going over this way and flowers. Obviously for a little kid. You were flawed. Yeah. Someone called Andrew. Yeah, so whoever Andrew I guess was a small child. Yeah, I don't know, there's like candles and everything here. Flowers that have been a bit roasted. Yeah, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Did a kid drown here or something? I'm not sure. G'day, Greenie. Yeah, nurse, get on the Google. It's not a dirty pond. It's a pond. What do you expect it to be? Привет. What do you want it to be? A chlorinated blue crystal pool? It's a pond. It's a natural working ecosystem. This is actually originally part of a chain of ponds that stretched from here all the way down into the harbour, down at where the fish markets are. But it's since been all built in and whatnot with the city. But yeah, it was actually quite a sacred place to the Gadigal people. They would come around here and you know, and even, you know, the early colonisers. This is kind of like a picnic area, I think, from memory. It's good. Yeah, exactly. It's not meant to be like a swimming pool. It's actually a natural living ecosystem. Overgrown marsh. Look at Nurse being all pedantic. Yeah, you haven't googled the shrine yet, Nurse. Who's this Andrew kid? Well, we haven't got the corellas, but we got seagulls. It's thriving indeed. Seagulls. What's the pond called? Good question. I'm not sure. Victoria Park Pond? I don't know. Yeah, it's Victoria Park, so I think it does have a name, but I just can't recall what it is right now. I hear the corellas. I wonder if they're coming back. Oh no, they're over there now. All I can smell is like burnt banana bread or something from the cafe over there. Whoa, hang on. Someone's getting angry. Yeah, what other colour would a pelican be? I've never seen any other colour pelican, to be honest. Oh, cockatoo's going a bit mad. So the corellas are just swarming and circling over there now. They're brown? Really? Wow. I'll show you the gatehouse over here. You can Google the gatehouse, I know that much. There's definitely lots of information on the gatehouse. How was my bike ride? When did I go for a bike ride? What am I missing? This is the Gardener's Lodge. There's the menu. Well, that certainly confused me. Yeah, so it says that the former Gardener's Lodge was designed and built in 1888 by the colonial architect James Barnett as one of 2 residential gate lodges for Sydney University. It was a matching pair with the Messenger's Lodge, now demolished. The 2 sandstone buildings flanked the grand entrance to the university, known as the Main Avenue, which led from City Road to the main building and Great Hall along the northern edge of Victoria Park. The lodge buildings were designed in Victorian Gothic architectural style, which complemented the picturesque style of landscaping of nearby Victoria Park. Lake Northam and the fig trees planted in rows along the approach avenue were also important elements of this style of landscape design, popular in England at the time. The former Gardener's Lodge originally had 4 rooms, a kitchen, wash house and water closet. In the mid-1930s, the lodge was converted for use as public toilets, delicately referred to as conveniences. An attendance room was included because undesirables had been found lurking in the park. By the 1990s, the former Gardener's Lodge was no longer used as public toilets and remained vacant until the building was turned into a cafe in 2012. So Lake Northam is what you're looking for? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They're all on Periscope. So Lake Northam. That's the name. Yeah, right. Ease up, Turbo. Jeez. Calm down. Commodore drivers, am I right? So we'll come out here and have a look at the gates. I mean, imagine driving a V8 Commodore and just like hitting the gas just so you can hear that noise just for your own amusement. What a bogan. Yeah, exactly. From public toilet to a cafe. Talk about levelling up. A bogan? What is a bogan? Boom. Yes, well, I shat here back in the 1980s and now I've come back to eat. Yeah, it's kind of a redneck, but I think it's I don't know, I've had this discussion before, it's a little bit different. It's not quite your redneck, but there's a lot of crossover between rednecks. On the Venn diagram, there would be crossover. Schmuck. Safe and sound in Australia, must be nice. Must be. There we go. Magnola. Fucking heaven, bro. Must be nice. Let's see, what have we got here? Got some marigolds. A bit of, oh look, I think this is the kitchen garden for the cafe, because look, they got perpetual basil, perennial basil, and the marigolds. So if you want a bit of basil, you just come and pinch a bit out here, sniff it up. Oh man, basil on my fingers now. Whew. You guys love that fresh smell of basil? Because you only have to touch this stuff and you get a real strong basil smell. Yeah, I think the cafe is open, but I'm not going in there. I'm not that kind of scope immerse nurse. Basil. Yeah. We save that kind of talk for carcinomas, immerse nurse. Like a basal cell carcinoma. Well, yeah, I don't be too impressed. It's an occupational hazard. I'm a horticulturalist, so I mean, I probably don't know half as many plants as I probably should. Yeah, not basil, exactly. Basil. Yeah, well, why don't we just spell it like it's actually spelt? Basil, and just call it basil and be done with it. So there you go. Anyway, I'm going to wander up the other end because have some basil and milk, and put some tomatoes in it while you're at it. Basil and tomato, right? Basil and tomato. No, nobody called anybody out. That's just a guilty conscience. That's what that is. So look, let's have a look here. So Bujari Gamarua. Yeah. So look, you're on Gadigal country. Them's the rules. So here we are. You are here, next to the Gardener's Lodge, and there's a pool up there. You can go and play your basketball and your whatever that is. What's that? Swing on a rope or something? You're not, well, exactly. I mean, it's fake news then, isn't it? So I don't know what this sport is, but it's pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. You can assume that's basketball. You've got the pools up here, and you've got something very phallic looking right here. I'm not sure what that is. A monument maybe. Playground. Okay, well, okay, I'm with you. All right. Yeah, no. This is all good information. Look, anyone for table tennis? I think that's what that is. Anyway. So anyway, that gives you a bit of an idea about what's going on over here at. So we can go have a look, see what we can find. Tell you what, great weather for ducks. Yeah, quack, 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 quack. Oh, that is old mate. Quack, quack, motherfucker. Looks like it could be, yeah. Maybe if I go up there I could play with my balls. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Face palm. I hear the Corellas coming back. Which one? Her? No, she was alright. She didn't seem scared. A great grandbaby of flying Dino. I mean, you're right. I do have that effect on sometimes. What's going on? This will be funny. Let's go. I like watching them on the wires. They carry on some crazy antics. Not Dino, Dino. I thought Dino was from the Flintstones. Why don't you just say dinosaur then? I don't know, immersed nurse, so people understand. I don't know. Well, listen, I grew up watching the Flintstones, and D-I-N-O is Dino. It does a bit, doesn't it? Yeah, I know. I can sit there and watch it for hours. Do you want to get away? It's because they're a bit wacky, Rabba. I just sit there and watch them, and they just carry on with their antics. It's quite funny. They've got a sense of humour. Look at him hanging upside down, going crazy. The sulphur-crested cockatoos are even worse. They just go nuts. It's pretty funny. I mean, it is quite funny to watch. They just get on there and flip around and have a bit of fun. They were all out here on the grass feeding when I came earlier. Yeah, I know. They're my spirit animal when they do that. So this is normally where I would have come on Tuesday afternoon, because this is where, right here where we're standing, is where the Yarbin Festival normally is every year after the Invasion Day rally. They head down to here, they march through the city and they end up here. And there's a big cultural festival on down here, all First Nations stuff, and it's a good time. Got dances and all sorts of stuff, and unfortunately this year, you know, COVID and all, couldn't do it. Bit of a bummer, but yeah, this is where it always happens every year. The dancing circle is normally right here. You guys would have seen me scope it last year, actually. They had like all the setup here and the sand and everything. And then all the markets and things. How many years in a row was that before COVID? What, for Yarbin? I don't know. Not sure. But well, it's always nice to see free animals out in the wild just doing their thing, isn't it? Yeah, no, I don't know. The Yarbin Festival in its current form, I'm not really sure how long that's been going for. Well, this is the basketball bit. What was the other one on the sign that we saw? Hello. G'day, Roman. I mean, what's this all about? Yeah, the ping pong table is up there. There is something rotten in the state of the Netherlands. What is it? What are they protesting in the Netherlands? Bunch of crazy Dutch bastards. G'day, Deb. Long time no see. What's going down? Oh, I know what the monument symbol was. There's a big there's a totem up here. I think it's like a Maori. I'm not sure what it is. Let's go have a look. I think it's Maori. Seesaws common. Yeah. Well, they used to be. I don't know if they are anymore. Yeah, it's overcast, grey and drizzly, but quite a welcome relief from the weather we've had the past week, which has been very hot, extremely hot. I don't know what this dude's doing, but he's trying to summons the demons out of the bin, I think. But yeah, you can see the beach weather. Well, yeah, considering we had like 40 degrees 2 days ago, this is quite pleasant. And that's the Seymour Centre across the road. The shadow people. Well, I don't know what he was doing, but he was just like tapping on that, trying to summons something. I'm not quite sure what. Actually, no, this doesn't look Maori. This looks American. Or maybe, actually, no. Now that I'm looking at it properly, maybe it is. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So, let me read you the story of the totem pole. The top figure on the totem pole is the thunderbird with its wings spread. On the thunderbird's breast is a face which represents the spirit of the thunderbird. On each wing there is an eye and a design which represents the lightning. The thunderbird was thought to be the cause of thunder and lightning. The next lower figure is the whale. This whale has no dorsal fins. There is a little face on the top of the head, which is the spout through which the whale blows. The third figure down the pole is a bear holding a copper shield. This tells of the wealth of the owners of the totem pole. The fish in the bear's mouth indicates that the people have taken all the fish they need. The people have wealth and food and everything they need. The bottom figure is a face representing a dancing mask of the chief of the family. The legend which is associated with this particular grouping of figures tells how many years ago, before the coming of the white man to the country, the salmon had entered the bay at Cowichan, near where the pole was carved, only to be driven away by the killer whale. Famine would have been the order of the day had not the thunderbird attacked the killer whale, taking it up and depositing it on a mountain near the village. The salmon returned to the bay where they were harvested, and the people were wealthy and happy thereafter. But it doesn't say where it is except for the bay at Cowichan. Cowichan? Is that right? I bet you do, Steffi Jean. I bet you do. Rabbit doesn't want me pointing at the writing while I read. Well, anyway, does anyone know where that is? The bay at Cowichan? That's your part of the world, isn't it, Deb? Must be. Let's have a look down here. Oh, it's Canada. Right, okay. Well, I try to, Deb. I feel like it'd be a bit silly to scope things that are boring and of no interest. So, you know, you got to make it about something, don't you? I mean, look, let's just be honest. None of you guys want to just sit here looking at this all day, right? So we've got to have interesting shit to say. But at the same time, it's always good to have interesting... it's always good to have interesting conversations, right? So, I don't know, it's like the interesting things to show are just sort of like catalysts to have interesting conversation, I think. Well, at least that's how, when it goes to plan, right? Look at these guys. Just giving it a bit of... Wow. Yeah, speaking of Mike, where's Mike been? Wow. Is that where I say called out? Jeez. Wow. Wow. Deary me. Hashtag off-air conversations. And look, there you go. Yeah, I know. Well, I don't think I could do a bike scope successfully very well because, I don't know, I like to be engaged and it's hard to see what's happening when you... See, that's the, what I like to call Packers Pecker down at Barangaroo. The Crown Casino Tower, our newest, tallest building. So anybody want a route? Because there's heaps over here. Check them out, man. This place is full of routes. Check them out. There's a lot of spider webs in here. No, they're not air roots. What they do is they just reach until they find some soil. So they'll just keep going down and down and down until they hit the ground. And then what happens is, like over here, they form like a kind of like a what do you call it? Like a strut, like a structure. And they'll start to get woody. And no, they're not parasitic. They're part of the tree. So they just sort of form like this. They come out of the tree and they start kind of going through the air, reaching around until they find some ground. Because you see, the branching structure of the tree has this really lateral branching structure where it comes out like this, very low to the ground. So eventually what they'll do is they'll put them down and start getting... See, like this one started to get quite woody. So it's it eventually forms like a structure that holds this branch up as it gets bigger and longer and heavier. So I'm not sure exactly what species is it. I mean, it's Ficus macrophylla. I believe if it's got the roots like this, it'd be variety columnaris, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. but not 100% sure. But it's Ficus macrophylla anyway. But like same as the Moreton Bay fig, but it's actually I'm not sure what the common name of columnaris is. Is it not banyan? Yeah. There was something there, but I wasn't quite getting it. But definitely, like, actually, if you have a look at this one over here, they actually keep them pruned up so they don't sort of take up all the park. But see, like that one, they cut off the roots, and then it comes back again. Yeah, Nina. So yeah, usually, sometimes what they'll do is they'll just keep cutting the roots off, and yeah, open it, you know, so it doesn't. So I mean, they've obviously let this one go a bit, but if they let them go, yeah, okay, it's all right. The brain is just ticking over. That's a bit rude of them, yeah. I know, I see what you did there. I got it. Took a second, but I got it. Oh, did we find the table tennis table? No, we didn't, did we? We got to go find the table tennis, sorry. I'm selling it short. We have to keep going this direction, sorry. I did want to discover the table tennis tables, so get over there and discover those, and then head back down. But yeah, that's all the university up there. I don't know if Merceners is still hanging around, but he wanted his rather modern looking parts of Sydney Uni. That's it up there. Yeah, I think people sort of, well, I think they picnic more down the other end near where the lake is, down the other end. But yeah, I mean, it's a popular park. There's barbecues here that you can, there's tables and barbecues, like public barbecues just here. Yeah, it's not a bad little park. It sort of services the inner city. I just want to find where the oh, hang on, I think I've spotted them. I've spotted the table tennis tables. Smoko and a cider. Bit of sneaky day drinking. Yeah, I imagine it'd be a nice park to just sit out and whatever you do when you sit in the park. I mean, it's got a bit of traffic noise here, but I guess you can go far enough into the park. Yeah, there you go. Snap. But yeah, if you can go into the park a bit further, you can get away from the traffic a little bit. Yeah, that's why I said snap. Oh, Merceners is here. So I was just showing you a bit of the modern architecture of the university. So there you go, that's a bit more modern than the earlier stuff we saw. Oh look, it's netball, not basketball. So this is one for you, the Americans. The Americans don't know what netball is. Bird watching of the avian type. Oh, I reckon there'd be a bit of bird watching of the other type going on here too, when university is in. Yeah, so this is what we call netball, and it's kind of like basketball, but it's much more efficient at breaking your ankles. Because in netball, what you have to do is, when you gain possession of the ball, you immediately have to stop. So you can't bounce it like in basketball. So it's like, you know, the no travel rule in basketball. Yeah, it's good for injuries, good for ankle injuries, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so basically then you have to stop and shoot, no backboard. I believe so, nurse. Yeah, so like basketball, once you stop dribbling and you can only pivot on one foot, it's the same as that, but you can't do any dribbling at all in netball. So it's kind of like basketball without the dribbling, so to speak. Anyway, this is the more important action, look. Yeah, nurse, you're asking me questions that you're talking to a dude who was never involved in the tertiary education sector very much. So you're really asking the wrong guy. I mean, I managed to squeeze a 3-year TAFE course into 6 years. So that's who you're dealing with, all right? Just saying. Usually it's people 18 plus. You would just kick my ass? Thanks. That sounds enjoyable. It looks like plastic and not rope. What does? This? Is that what you're talking about? Are you on some kind of delay, nurse? I'm not sure. Now I'm confused. The net on the oh, sorry. Okay, right. No, it's not a net at all. It's actually, it's just metal with holes drilled in it. It's like, it's vandal proof. Oh, g'day there, Liza. Fancy seeing you here. Hopefully, Liza, you're going to do lots more ranting scopes before Periscope closes, because, you know, I do like to listen. Yeah, what am I going to do when Periscope's gone and can't listen to you eviscerate trolls? Anyway, we found the table tennis. Where do we go? This is a question. I don't know. I've just been telling people that for as long as Periscope's still around, you need the trolls. Yeah, I know. It's a mystery. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Twitter Live, but a lot of people say they don't like Twitter, so I don't know. But you get plenty of trolls on Twitter, so yeah. Yeah, I gave Steffi the recommendation. I said you're a good follow. But yeah, so hey, look. Yeah, Twitter Live is a better interface, I think, but it's a matter of the audience. So it says this plaque was unveiled. Sorry, Rabba, we're going to look at the plaque while I'm reading. This plaque was unveiled on the July the 14th, 2002, National Aborigines Day, by Isabel Coe and Lola Scott to commemorate the establishment of the Aboriginal Tent Embassy Peace Camp and the goodwill and peaceful relationships that were established between the New South Wales Police Force, South Sydney Council and the Aboriginal Tent Embassy on this site during the Sydney Olympic Games. Well, there you go. What do you think about that, Liza? Yeah, I know, Rabba. You've got some real estate up there. Yeah, I was just about to say, I was waiting for the A cab. Zachary. Maybe we'll take a walk up this way, because you can look at a bit more at the university campus, I guess, if we go that way, and give you guys a bit more of a look at this. I don't know if they get funny about you filming stuff in the university, but look, I'm going to be captured on CCTV 24 hours a day. See? So There you go. Yeah. Wawa. Better fix you guys up. You're almost coming out of the holster. It's pretty funky, isn't it? Yeah. It's all rather grand. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think well, you know, famous last words, I don't know, whatever. But, money. The early site. See? There it is. Must have been in movies. Yeah, I don't know. So this site once formed part of the neighbouring Victoria Park. The park and all surrounding lands are located within Gadigal country, the name given to the Aborigines of coastal Sydney. In its native state, the park was heavily treed. Lieutenant Governor Groves was granted land here in 1792, and the area became known as Groves Farm. In 1855, much of the site, 126 acres of Groves Farm, was granted to use as university grounds. Victoria Park was proclaimed in 1870 in the adjoining lands to the east. In 1924, the university claimed more land from Victoria Park to provide additional space for new buildings. Eastern Avenue was established in 1959, linking City Road with the turning circle in front of the main building and the Great Hall. In the 1960s, the eastern side of Eastern Avenue began to be developed. So there you go. And there's the 1960s buildings. You like the map guy? What's the map guy? I don't know what the map guy is. I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map. If there's a place you want to go, I can get you there, I know. Map guy has to look at every map in sight in a good way. Oh, okay, right. Gotcha. I still don't know who map guy is, but anyway. I'll have to look that up. Ah, for f***'s sake. It's alright. I'll figure it out. Look, that's a bar. So you can come here for drinks, be it alcoholic, coffee or tea. Yeah, well that's it. It's the old university with the old, so that's the 60s buildings over there. So that's the 1960s. That's the School of Chemistry. Looks very exciting. And now this is the old 19th century part over here. Alcohol on campus? What the fuck? Yeah, I know. What's going on with that? So you can roll out of class and hit the bar right here and let's get fucked up. I don't know. I guess that's how university people talk. I don't know. No way, Jose. Yes way. Are you serious? Well, what else are uni students going to do, nurse? Isn't that all they do is drink alcohol? Yeah, haven't you ever heard of the uni bar? It's It's kind of one of the more important aspects of going to university, so I hear, not that I've ever been. Except, yeah, no, we don't do that here at the Australian Catholic University. We're very proper. Oh, okay. Which glass? This one? Is that the one, Rabba? Is that the one we're looking at? Yeah. Oh, it's going to be windy. Woo. 4 stories. Yeah, I guess so. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Bellissimo. Exactly. There you go, eh? There you go. What is the legal age? It's 18, mate. So if any of those people in America don't want to wait till 21, they just come out here to Australia and, go wild. You never seen that? I've never seen it either. Well, yeah, pretty much mercenaries, especially if you're a full fee-paying international student. The Harvard. Yeah, I sort of, I guess. I don't know if you could make a direct comparison, but I guess it is one of our more prestigious universities, if you want to put a ranking scale sort of thing on it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You can't make a comparison, I don't think. Our university system is a little more altruistic. Is that the word I'm looking for? Not altruistic. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, it'll come to me. But yeah, I mean, look, it's not quite down there with Macquarie Uni. But it's a bit more upper class than that. Oh, I tried to do that with a straight face. Didn't work. Hey, look, listen. I must remind everybody once again, you're talking to a dude who went to TAFE, alright? Just everybody calm down. Now I'm asking for it. Yeah, so what she's saying is when I did my HSC, I basically flunked everything and had to go to community college, because that's me. There you go, there's Isabel Fiddler. Yeah, I know, that was a bit of an inside joke, Rabbit, don't worry. That was just me trying to be funny. And kind of failing miserably. Well, the thing is, when I actually applied for university, I think I applied for like Southern Cross University, and I think one of them was actually possibly here. I can't remember. It was one of... Yeah, I think I actually applied for one course here, but all the rest were at Southern Cross University up in the Northern Rivers. Look, suffice to say, as I said, I flunked everything in my HSC and got absolutely nothing from any of the universities, of course. So here you go, Merceners, you still there? There's the Susan Wakel Health Building. So, you know, it's a very self-deprecating joke when I'm casting aspersions on the level or grade of value of any university, of which I was never good enough to even anywhere near the level of academic expertise to get into. So, I mean, I feel I should sort of put that out there on Front Street. Well, the thing is, Merceners, it's all relative, isn't it? Because I couldn't pass a test to save my life in school, so I completely flunked everything I ever did academically. You don't believe it? Well, you better believe it, buddy, because I struggled to finish exams at school. Yeah, well, you know, maybe. Yeah, I don't think I ever realistically believed I had what it took to go to university, put it that way. So maybe there was a little bit of self-belief there. It's pretty clear to me from an early age I was never going to be academically competent to get anywhere near going to a university. Even though I did apply for them, I didn't have any realistic expectations. But no, I mean, well, you know, the stuff I studied at high school probably wasn't really my strong suit, and but I did enjoy visual arts, which was the only thing I scored reasonably okay in. And I mean, you know, just to add insult to injury, most of the courses I applied for were in visual arts, and I still didn't get accepted to any of the universities, so fuck those guys. As they say. And then I went and studied horticulture and forgot all about doing any kind of art. There's the physics building, because it says physics on it. Oh, that's a very fancy looking building, isn't it? Look at that.
Wait, that's yours.
Oh, look at this. It's the Sydney Nanoscience Hub. Is this where they're making all the nanobots to put 5G into everyone? Yes, it's a very, very nice tree-lined streets. There you go. It's Lagostromia Natchez, one of my favourite crepe myrtles. The white one. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? It's all relative. You get there in the end. As we were saying earlier, university's probably a bit overrated, but it's more that, I don't know, you know, not the social thing, but I don't know, like just the expectation of the societal expectation. Yeah, it's all glass. I don't know whether I'm going anywhere that leads anywhere, but I just wanted to come up and have a look at this building. Oh yeah. No, not free at all. Yeah, we did have a bit of a short period there somewhere in the 80s, 70s, 80s where we had free university education in this country. But they soon put an end to that. Yeah, I mean it's not quite as debilitating debt as the US, but it's also not far behind, and particularly if you're an international student, they charge you full freight, so it can really. I mean, we have the HECS scheme here in Australia, which is the Higher Education Contribution Scheme, which means they'll loan you. It's like a student loan, but the way it's different to the US is that here you only have to repay the debt when you start earning over a certain threshold, and if you never earn that money, you never have to repay your debt. Unlike in the US, where basically you're saddled up with debt for life, and it's a very counterproductive system to, basically set people up with a lifetime of debt just to get an education. It seems rather ridiculous. So at least here it's like, well, if you get the education and you start learning stuff, then you might actually, be able to. You have deferments. Okay. You reckon he'll change it, do you? I don't know. Well, I guess you all have some sort of I don't know the system that well, but if you didn't go. Yeah, well, all I know is it's worse in America. I mean, people can go here and not be completely. I mean, look, it's not great, but I just don't think it's as severe as the US. Mostly free. Yeah, well, that's as I said, we had a system like that here in Australia in the 70s and 80s. So it was from the time Gough Whitlam came in. Everything in the US is the worst, yeah. It's kind of like that. That's all right, Greenie. I'm struggling myself. But yeah, so it's it's kind of sad, really, because I mean, an education is really the cornerstone of a well-functioning society. So I feel like we kind of were onto a good thing here in Australia for a while, and then I don't know, vested interest got involved and kind of screwed it all up. So I mean, we did pretty well in Australia, I think, even still, but it's it's an interesting thing, the old education system. I mean, call me a fantasist, but I always just have this kind of idea in my head that if they just made all levels of education completely free and open to everyone who wanted to do it or who had the ability to, pass exams or whatnot, I don't think I can get back around this way. I'm gonna have to keep walking. I think it's just allow the people who have the ability to get the education regardless of their status in life. G'day, Simon. Well, we certainly do have a level of opportunity here, for sure. That's pretty good. I mean, I think by and large, Australia does offer a lot of opportunity, for sure. But, what does that say? Yeah, I look, as I said, I'm sure that there's certain institutions and stuff in different parts of the world that do offer pathways for disadvantaged people and whatnot. But I like the idea that if we just had a system where it didn't matter what your circumstance was, financially or society-wise, or whatever class or whatnot. If it was just completely open based on your ability to do the work or do the study or whatever, then I just think the bar would be raised for all of society just by virtue of that alone. A bit like having a free and open, universal health care system would, just by virtue of keeping people healthy, you reduce costs all around in the whole system overall, but it's very hard in the short term for people to get that. So I don't know. Like I said, it it might be somewhat of a fantasy of mine that I'm thinking of. Actually, I want to go and have a look in there. Let's go around that way, because I reckon there's a nice little garden in there I want to have a look at. Yeah, look, I guess it's not realistic. It's just that whether it'll ever happen or be allowed to happen is another thing. I just, I don't know, that's a very basic concept, I guess. It's just by opening it up to all. There's no reason to have gatekeepers in education particularly. This is pretty cool. I've never ever walked around in here. I don't know why. Oh, here comes the rain again. Falling on my head like a memory. I want to dive into your ocean. No, Simon, I don't. Go into the chapel and we're gonna get married. Go into the chapel and we're gonna get married. Do I go swimming? Sometimes, but not often. Anyone know any Latin? Because what the hell's that all about?
Hi, mate.
Okay.
Am I able to help?
Oh, I'm just having a look around. Am I allowed to have a look around?
Sorry, it's closed at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, no worries.
My apologies.
I was just wandering around.
Oh, yeah, so
looking.
this is actually private property.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, right, yeah, I didn't realise because I
No,
was
that's
sort of
all
looking
good.
for the signs and
No
stuff. I
worries.
wasn't sure. But how do I get out if I want to get out? Do I just go
You'll have to
that
go
way?
back up to City
Yeah,
Road and around.
yeah, no worries. All right, thanks. No worries. There you go, Rabbi, you got your wish. I mean, as far as security goes, he wasn't really security, he was quite friendly. Well, that's the way to do it, right? You just keep wandering around until someone tells you off. Oh, no, he wasn't huffy, he was alright. He was just doing what he's got to do, I guess. I guess that's why I haven't wandered around in here. But as I said to him, I was looking for signs to see if there was any reason why you shouldn't come in here. And there was none. So I you know, fucking whatever. Calm down. Yeah, I've been roaming for a while. Greenie got married in a university chapel. There you go. Whose ocean do I want to go swimming in? So I'm just reading back on your comments. I wasn't looking before. No, I was just singing lyrics, Rabba. I don't know, it was Eurythmics or something. Well, apparently that is private property. I mean, look, to be fair, I'm actually surprised that I wasn't challenged earlier, just wandering around. Yeah, well, yeah, Eurythmics. Annie Lennox was half of the Eurythmics with Dave Stewart, yeah. Private property, yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know how it all works. But look, I was specifically looking around for any signs that said, you know, no entry, private property, whatever. There's nothing there. Nothing there to say that. That's what I said to him, you know. Well, I was looking for the signs. There's nothing there. But now we're out on the noisy road. So, anyway. I guess we'll have to walk this way. Yeah, Simon, where's your bubble? I can't see your bubble. I think I was missing your bubble the other day. Oh, rain. Because it's a university. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I can see your bubble now, Simon. Try and get... yeah, there it is. I don't know. I get the feeling that chapel might have been maybe different to the university. I don't know how it works. Anyway, whatever. I'm not going to argue with the guy. Like I said, you just walk around and someone tells you to get out, you get out. No biggie. It's all good. Whatever. Yeah, I just play dumb. What you want to see my shoes? Was that some kind of kink of yours, Simon? What's going on? And the next checkpoint, well, we're actually going to go back through the university. We'll just go down here and then up the avenue. What do they call it? Eastern Avenue. So, no sus shoes on today. Hang on. Sus shoes, all shorts. Just work shorts. You think that's why? I mean, you know, as you say, you know, don't they know who I am? Oh, look, that's the gatekeeper's lodge. See? How do I get all this time off kids? They're pretty self-sufficient, Rabba. They look after themselves pretty well. I don't know if this is going to take me under private property again now, so we'll see if somebody else tells me to go away. But there's a big fence there between where I was before, so maybe not. I mean, also, I'm usually kind of working at this hour anyway. So I finished early today, so I thought I'd come and have a bit of a sticky beak around here. Roman's back. Mercenus is serious. Hang on, sorry. Do I have a professional dog walkers in Australia? Yes, we do have dog walkers. Nurse, I don't know. Yeah, I showed that before, nurse, when we came in the front way. Remember I showed the sign that said CCTV? So, yeah. There's nothing unusual about that at all. I mean, but that's CCTV. That's not saying no trespassing. That's just letting you know that you'll be captured on CCTV. That's all that is. It's not. It's not really, saying that you can't come in. It's a joke, mate. It's a joke. It's a joke, huh? Anyway, look, I think we're back, kind of back where we started from before. More attractive 60s era buildings. Oh, yeah, I know about the CCTV, yeah. What do you think about the protests in the Netherlands? Well, you came and said something about protests in the Netherlands before, and I said, I don't know what you're talking about, and you'd never explained what you were talking about, so I still have no idea what you're talking about, so... Oh, yeah. It was a bit like that, exactly. It was like that voice out of the ether saying, "Can I help you? Can I help you?" You're being watched by CCTV. Except I got approached by a real person. Great place to work. Are you joking, Simon? Or is that for real? Because if that's for real, that is very funny. Maybe so. Well, maybe it's a great place to walk around, but just not filming everything. Maybe that's what it means. See? You got these big Corten planters. These are all the rage for a while. Good bit of steel. What's that? I don't know. Bit of graffiti. Yeah, I'm not sure what they call this building, but it's part of all the old complex. Mold. No, it's just someone writing something about I stand with Muslims. It's an Easter egg hidden message, yeah, maybe. So if you go to the beginning of the replay, Greenie, you'll see that we started in the quadrangle, which was all this sort of architecture. And now it's starting to rain quite decently on me. Well, that's all well and good, Roman, but I mean, I'm tired of breathing, but it's not like I got a choice about the matter. It's just something that has to happen. Otherwise, I die. It's kind of like that with COVID-19. You can't just be sick of it and tell it to go away. It's not a policy decision. Yeah, free to die of COVID. Good on you, Netherlands. Fucking rocket scientists. Yeah. I dare say they're not the smartest people in the Netherlands, Roman. Yeah. You're welcome. It's really starting to rain, so my screen's going to start acting up like it did yesterday now. And maybe my microphone. There we go. Died of COVID yesterday. Well, that's no good. So many people. It's yeah. It's not good. Let's go have a look at these guys. Yeah, I mean, look, fortunately I haven't had to deal with anybody that close to me suffering or dying, but, you know, there's a couple of people on Periscope that I knew pretty well that have now died from COVID, so, I mean, you know, it's going to get to us all one way or the other, isn't it? Yep, that's the line. Now all we need to do is find the witch in the wardrobe. Yeah. Holy shit balls, Batman. I did read about when they planted this tree. It was something to do with being an indigenous tree and whatnot. I can't remember what the story was. Because when they replanted the jacaranda, I think they planted this one too. See, what I want to know is these people that are saying that they've just made their account on Periscope, you know, like their first day on Periscope, or they just got an account this week. I thought they stopped making new Periscope accounts when they announced that the app was shutting down. So what's up with that? Surely a plaque. No, I don't think there is a plaque. Don't know, Simon. Maybe. But I've seen people saying that, oh yeah, I just got on this app. So they wouldn't have just got on Twitter. I mean, maybe they did, I don't know. Probably Greenie. I'd imagine it's probably been used many a time, yeah. Nah, but what I'm saying, Simon, is not only do we get the ones that say their first day on Periscope, but there's also people I've seen say, "Oh yeah, no, I'm just new on this app. I've just got on this week." And I'm like, so if you're just new on this app this week, how did you get your account? That's the bit that I'm confused about. Miss Fisher's Murders. Yeah, I reckon there's probably been like on Rake and all the sorts of shows like that. Sure, it's been used many a time. Anyway, for those of you who weren't here earlier, there's a jacaranda over there. Now, the original jacaranda was there for about 80 years. There was a big jacaranda in this corner, and the superstition was that if you hadn't started your study by the time the jacaranda was blooming, it was bad luck, because the jacarandas start coming into bloom around late October into November. Anyway, that one fell over a few years ago, and they took a graft from that original tree and grew a new one. That's the one that's over there now. Well, that's what I understood. I understood that you couldn't get new accounts. Not that I've tried to get a new account, so I don't know. But that's what I thought had happened. I didn't think you could get a new one. But I could be wrong. But that was my understanding. G'day, Ryan McMurphy. Yeah, I was pretty sure you couldn't make a new account anymore. But anyway, whatever. Just a thought I had. This guy's trying to get photos too. Or are they doing videos? Maybe they're doing videos like me. Who knows? What time is it? I don't know. What time is it? Good question. Good question. Maybe you could tell me what time it is. Because I don't know. Because look, I ain't got a watch. 5:13. Right. Huh? This chick's still here she was still getting her photos taken when we started. Remember right back when we started and I showed you those people taking photos in their gown? She's still here. In the rain. Should I take the hood off? Go a bit crazy. Don't you go out in the rain. Yeah. Oh, you're back. Welcome back. Yes, welcome back for the second time today here at the University of Sydney. Yes, welcome back. Here's the Chow Chuck Wing Museum. I don't think it's a museum of wings, but it could be. More lockdowns? In what context? Where? Who's locking down what? What are you talking about? Explain yourself. Dude's reading a book. Australia. Yeah, well, that narrows it down. Fuck. You know, Australia's a big country and we've got a lot of states doing a lot of different things. Where are you getting your information from? Who's locking down? Yeah, well, new user 8. You got to do a bit more work than that, buddy. Yeah, well, I don't know where you're getting your information, but it sounds like a lot of bullshit. Perhaps ask me a question with a bit more nuance. Yeah, no, science isn't bullshit. That's why Australia's in such a good position with COVID, because we actually have managed to listen to the science. But you talking about more lockdowns and crap like that, I just question where you're getting your information from, because it's just completely, vague to say the least, and reasonably inaccurate on top of that. So, unless you're going to give me a little bit more context to what you're talking about and, a bit more specifics, we can't really have a discussion about it. Yeah, exactly. Go to australia.gov if you want the information about what's going on in Australia regarding COVID. If you're not on australia.gov, then, there's every chance you could be reading a whole load of bullshit. So, do you want to elaborate on where you've got your information from and exactly what you're talking about, or is this just going to be a general, I heard this and that down the pub? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Follow the science. Alright, I can't see the science. Where should I follow it, even if I can't see it? They did say australia.gov. Alright, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm not reading correctly. Look, it's entirely possible I just switched off and stopped really paying attention when they came on with the stuff about lockdowns. Yeah, okay. Alright. So, your source is australia.gov, and I want to know what it says on australia.gov that indicates anything to do with increased lockdowns in Australia, because, number one, most of our, enforcement or whatever of any kind of restrictions around COVID is state-based, because we have our, national, it's not the federal government that's really calling the shots. It's the state governments getting together and then sort of running their own things independently. So the Commonwealth government has very little to do with it. If you're referring to our international borders, then yes, our international borders are going to remain shut. But I don't know what you mean by increased lockdowns. I'm not quite sure what you're getting at. Australia.gov. Okay, right. Well, I don't know. I'm assuming that Australia.gov is the government website, but I don't know. Unless it's something else. It says new Australian borders remain closed, larger social distancing. Well, .gov.au. I gotcha. I take your point, Simon. Exactly. .gov.au. Right. So, but is it australia.gov.au or aus.gov.au? I'm not sure. So what does it say? Because I'll have to go and have a look at it and see what it is for reference, because honestly, I don't really kind of find that sort of information. I have to respect when you listen, dude. All right, you're just going to keep rabbiting on with nonsense. Don't worry about it. Never mind. Listen, dude. Just give it a rest, alright? Who are you trying to troll? See, I don't know where you're from, new user 8, but you don't seem to have any idea about anything that's going on here. So why don't you ask questions instead of making statements? I mean, and not leading questions. Because you're kind of giving me the shits. And there's my mask for when I need a mask, right? So if I need a mask, I'll put a mask on. But look, I'm outside, there's nobody around. Why the fuck am I going to wear a mask, you dickhead? Just use your brain, mate. Honestly, I just don't understand these people that come in here and start carrying on like they're all fucking high and mighty and saying you don't follow the science. Yeah, mate, you should respect the science. Yeah, the new Susie, fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Mate, do I have fucking stupid written over my forehead? What the fuck's going on here? Just listen, the science and the health orders say at the moment, currently today, here in Sydney, you must wear a mask when you're in a indoor settings, retail, public transport, things like that, right? So I'm following all the health orders, right? Yeah, GFY, exactly. But here's the thing, right? As of tomorrow, those restrictions are easing anyway. So I don't understand where you're coming from. You want to come on here and be all Mr. Follow the Science. You guys are all out of control. Now, I don't mean to be all high and mighty myself, but I'm living in a country where we've relatively, got very little COVID and we've controlled it. I don't know where you live, but I don't understand why you're sitting here trying to dictate to me about how I should. Yeah, well, you haven't elaborated on where you're from or what your background is or what you know about it. So, wait a minute. You're from Melbourne. Okay, so you're just an idiot. All right. Yeah, no worries. See ya. I don't even care if people are judgmental. It's the stupidity that gets me. I'm from Melbourne, and I'm going to come onto a scope and start telling someone all about, they don't believe in science and what to do and what the rules are and what's wrong with Melbourne. Nothing's wrong with Melbourne. It's the fact that you live in Melbourne and you're carrying on like this. That's what's the mind-blowing part about it. Anyway, whatever. I probably just shouldn't have taken the bait first of all. No, it was just a load of shit. No, this is Sydney, not Istanbul. Whoa. Anyway, I'm going to go back this way. Yeah, man. You can't stop the science. Nobody can stop the science. Yeah. New user 8. So, how'd you come up with that name, New User 8? What did you, do you have a bit of like a brainstorm session or what? You've got relatives in Sydney? Get the fuck out of here. Really? Wow. Me too. We've got something in common. Hey, look. Our Corella mates are back over here, look. You want a more You've got, I have our relatives. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, dinner time. Oh, fuck off, mate. Listen. What the fuck is this guy? Yeah, I know, it's pretty spot on, eh? Hey, listen. New user 8. I'm going to give you a penny's worth of free advice. Alright? Carella's, indeed. Just quit, alright? Because, yeah, I know, it's alright, calm down. It's not going to go well for you. So, I mean, freedom of speech and all that, but no, she called you a Neanderthal, which is, I don't know, I think she's being quite complimentary, but in all honesty, it's like, I just don't I don't get what your point is. Yeah, we got a lot of birds here. It's a lot of very nice birds. Yeah, I don't mute easily, but I'm definitely thinking about it. So my advice is just self-mute, because you sound like a moron and you're not making sense. And I'd be quite happy to have a discussion with you about stuff if you wanted to talk sensibly. So, but you just seem to be here to, I mean, I don't know, look, maybe you have a particular condition or disability or something, so I'm not trying to be harsh, but just a heads up that the way you're carrying on is not real good. It's not conducive to good discussion. So, just saying, you know. Self-censorship would probably be a good idea. Damn, can't find them. Anyway, I was going to go sit down over here somewhere, but the seat was wet. That's a shame. Just the way you're not really listening, and you're making strange kind of sweeping statements that actually don't make a lot of sense. So, quite happy for you to have a discussion that makes sense, but I'm not one of these people that, you know, puts up with freedom of speech at you know, to the absolute nth degree that, you know, put up with horse shit. So, I'm just saying. Ooh, duckies. Yeah, I could, but then I might get rained on. So these ones are alright. Yeah. I was looking for one that faces that way, on the other side. A little. That's why I'm getting under the trees here. Anyway. Yeah. Remember I told you guys the story about the new metro trains? So these routes show it off a lot better. So, see the shape of this? Yeah, back at the pond, yeah. G'day, man. Is it Deb? I don't know why I keep forgetting your name. Anyway, the new metro train, the guy that designed them, he designed the shape of the front of the train after these routes. He was inspired by the shape of these buttress routes. It's a French guy. Deb, there you go, I got it right. Yay. Oh, this is convenient. I'll just sit here like this. Great weather for ducks. G'day, Brian. Oh, yep, starting to get wet. Yep, the rain's coming in. There it goes, alright, eh? Whoopsie. Alright, look, let's do this. Kind of protected a little bit. I got a nice little route here to sit on. I've got a nice route to put you guys on. Everyone's got a route. Can't argue with that. It's pretty good. Pacific black duck. Booyah. Still get a bit of rain. I'm overexposed though. You know it. How's the day been? Oh, pretty good. I didn't have too long a day working, so I just came out here to scope around the park and walk around and get my steps in, you know. Now I'm just sitting here talking to you guys for some, I don't know, I mean, we're all hanging out, right? So, what's up with you guys? What's going down? You got it. Bit of both. There's like a sailing boat sculpture in the middle of that island. Like a yacht. I can't quite tell what it is. I don't know if it's meant to be like Australia 2 maybe. It's got KA something on it. You have daffodils trying to pop. Well, yeah, it's about the right time of year. Working from home, cracked open your first one. Depends, Greenie. Sometimes. So you know, some days I'm not doing a lot of walking around. I'm just I'm on my feet. But yeah, look at that. See, there's a like a yacht. Is that meant to be like Australia 2? Yeah, so some days I do a lot more physical, you know, walking around and that sort of thing. Other days not so much. It just depends, because like today, for instance, I was not doing a lot of walking around. Who the fuck is this guy? As long as he's following protocols. Well, look, one good thing I can say about New Year's 8 is he took my advice to just self-censor for a while, so yeah. Well, I'm assuming it's a he, could be a she, I don't know. But should have gone and got my umbrella out of the car, shouldn't I? Yeah, but like, I don't know, like, yeah, some days I really do, this guy's really testing me. You know I can mute people, right? And I usually mute people that that give me the shits. So yeah, I think yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just like walking and keyboard warrior. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking there's a bit more going on than just keyboard warrior. I'm thinking maybe a little bit, you know. So, but yeah, I just like to walk. So walking and talking with you guys is, I guess it just makes it more entertaining and interesting, and sometimes aggravating. Not naming any names. I'm really Deb's on you too. Deb, no. Deb, you've got the wrong one. You've got the wrong one. Anyway. I just don't know whether to mute this guy because it's it's just entertaining, but it's also annoying me. So I'm really torn. I'm torn. Oh, that's okay, Deb. You know, sometimes when you don't know everyone in the room, it can be hard to discern when we're mucking around and when we're not. But but I think most people here are fairly chill. I don't need moderators, Rabbo. I can moderate my own. I don't like. Yeah, it's good, Mercener. It's a bit of punchy. I don't really like being a moderator for other people, and I don't like people being my moderator necessarily because but too much work. No. Well, the thing for me is I feel like there's too much room for people to make a mistake. I don't like the drama, exactly. I don't know, because not everyone knows everyone, and sometimes you can get mixed, you can think someone's being, mistaken for someone who's having a joke, and, it's like, I think the broadcaster is in the best position to know, who's, I mean, it's their broadcast at the end of the day, right? So I think they're the one who knows best. Some people feel better about having moderators because it means that they don't have to necessarily keep an eye on everything, which is fair enough. But for me, if somebody made me a moderator, which I have been made moderator on some people's scopes, but I feel very reluctant to use it because I always feel like I don't know, like I'm not them. I don't know whether this is worth muting or not. I mean, the really, really full on, stuff, like if someone just comes in being, completely overtly, sexual or harassing, of course, you can certainly mute those, but just in general, I don't feel very comfortable with it, that's all. So I don't, even the ones where I'm moderator, I think I've only ever maybe muted somebody once in another scope. So, yeah, anyway. So I never put people as my moderators because it's easy enough for me if I decide to just go tap, mute, whatever. It's easy enough. It's fine. Anyway. Yeah, Merce Nurse. If I made Merce Nurse a moderator, everybody would be getting muted. Because Merce Nurse took it really well that time I muted him. Yeah. Merce Nurse, he was very chill about it. He forgot about it straight away. He didn't hold on to it or anything. You want me to hug the tree? Keeps you moderate with your beer? Yeah, fair enough. Everybody needs a beer moderator. Yeah, I mean, I had to mute Merce Nurse because he was being a little bit of a narc when I was doing the BLM scope. And I said, look, Merce Nurse, you've made your point. Now, if you keep going, I'm going to have to mute you. And then he made a comment again, and I muted him. And nothing else was ever said about it, ever again. He didn't hold on to it. He didn't hold a grudge about it. He didn't keep coming and mentioning it heaps of times over and over to me that I muted him. Brushed it right off. Never said a word again. It was all good. We never spoke about it ever again. Kind of.
It's starting to rain a bit more now. I think we're going to get heavier rain tonight. Yeah, water off a duck's back, exactly. That's right. You know, I really feel like a bit of a tool with this thing on like this. It looks ridiculous. I look like little Bo Peep. Got my little Bo Peep thing going on here. What are you going to do, huh? It's starting to rain. I mean, I could pull it down here. It'll be like this. But yeah, where's the sheep exactly? No sheep. Where's Rob exactly? Where is Rob? More to the point, where is Susie Eve? Oh, that's what I should have done. I should have gone over to do the sketch to give Susie the direct. Give Steffi the direct instructions on how to do the sketch. That's what I could have done that this afternoon. Oh well, maybe another time. Rob's at the pub, maybe. Me, I don't think I can draw that well. Yeah, I've never been good at portraits. Like, I do terrible portraits. Like, human faces and figures I'm terrible at. I just like abstract squiggly shit. Yeah. I look pretty dodgy like this, huh? Fucking what? What Chinese? Cocos? What? What? COVID. What? See, now we're getting water on the screen. It might be time to go. I'm thinking now that we're getting water on the screen, it's time to go. As soon as I start getting that wet. Reading the news as I squirrel. Really? They're gonna check in the booty hole now, are they? Fair enough. Whatever you gotta do, right? I'm just gonna see if I can get rid of that does it, everyone? Bit of Corella action. What do you want, mate? Oh, he's chasing her. He's chasing this little bug. Do you agree with the birds? Yeah. Seagull was just chasing a little. Yeah. I must look like a bit of a weirdo, sort of hunched in between these roots here, talking into my phone. Fortunately, there's not too many people in the park to see me doing it, but there's a couple of passers by. Look at Harry Butler. Yeah, I'm doing it Harry Butler style. Yeah, the beard and the man bun, exactly. So I fit in around this part of town. They want my chips. No, well, I haven't got any food, obviously. No, but the seagull came up and I thought he was coming to me for food, but he was actually chasing like a little moth thing that came up here. He was like, mine. Look, I'll show you the seagull. This guy here. Just like, hopefully I can find something to eat. I don't know. Hopefully there's something to eat. Plop. Yeah, go back to where you came from, mate. You don't belong here. Cricky, there's another seagull. Yeah. Alright. See you, Rubber. But my name's not Joe. I know it must be late, you're delirious. My name's Michael, pleased to meet you. But yeah, see you next time. Said, hello, Joe. You want to give it a go? Gucci, Gucci, yeah, yeah. See you, mate. Ah! Some young girls. Yeah, this is a duck. Let's zoom it in a bit. He was pinging out there for a minute. It's a goose. No, it's a duck. I'm in Victoria Park as the it's private property. Nah, not this bit. Taffy. Yeah, Merceners, it's a Pacific black duck. Duh. Mate, this guy's grooving to his own tune. He's like, yeah, girl. Oh, 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 run, 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 run. Whoa. Going too fast for me, bro. Ooh, hey, girl. Get out of there. Waddle, 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 waddle. Wow, a bit of action. Look out. There we go. We need a bit of yakety sax. Oh, that was exciting, wasn't it? Yeah. Whew. I'm puffed out now. Oh, here he comes again. Look at this guy. Look, there's a bit of chasey's going on. No. No, it's a smaller park than that. Go get him, son. Go. Chase. Show him who's boss. Get out of here. Woo! Hey! Meow! Meow! Hilarious. Ducks, eh? They're funny guys. Look, here he goes again. What are you guys doing? Nah. They're on speed. Okay, Carrie. What are you doing? It's like, don't you know you guys can just fly? Look how fast they're going. Oh, it's just killing me. I don't know, they get very territorial, I think. Cracking me up. Alright, well. Aussie ducks be crazy like. I know. It's pretty. It's quite the bit of entertainment, isn't it? The secret life of ducks.
There you go. So guys, what was all that about? What were you chasing around for? What was going on? What are you eating? Got himself a bit of squashed fig there, I think. Oh, look, here's a baby again. Look, there. Right, no, you've had enough. No more. Yeah. Oh, hang on. No. Look, now you get some. What's going on with that? Give him the smack down, then you give him the feed anyway. What's going on with that? I wish. Yeah, it was a bit on the scope this morning and a bit on the scope this afternoon. That's a name, don't waste it. Yeah. Yep. That's it. Quick on the trigger there. You gotta jump on the zingers. Well, you know, one good at deserves another. Oh, did you baby ducky? Papa. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time so much fun. Yeah, no worries, Brian. Catch you later. Fluffy.
Whoa, look out. There he goes. Launched it. Look at those little wings. Those little stubs of wings. Cuteness overload. These guys are killing me. Yeah, they sure are. Except the seagulls. They can get fucked. Bin chickens, yeah. I don't know. Bin chickens is controversial. You gotta be real careful what you say about the bin chickens. They smell, yeah. Well, they hang around garbage all day.